Parties, sports events, wedding receptions, birthdays, and anniversaries. Does anyone know what can tie these functions together? You get it?
DJ.
Okay. But, no. Alcohol can tie them together. They make the night more enjoyable, you know. And how many of you drink alcohol? Alright. During the event, does it make the night more enjoyable and you get more relaxed while you drink alcohol? Alright, but drinking too much alcohol can get you in trouble. And the legal limit in New York State is 0.08. And for those who travel and party or whatever, there's only 3 states that allow you to be a little bit over the limit of 0.08, which is 0.10, and the states that allow you to do that is Colorado, Delaware, and Minnesota. There are many symptoms for being buzzed or drunk. 5 are incoherent and muddled speech, loss of train of thought, argumentative. Like if you go to a party, you always get that drunk person that always wants to argue with everybody. You get the aggressor or aggression, the person who's always in fights. And you always get the one who's always pestering and the annoying person. If you get caught driving drunk or buzzed, New York State DWI penalties usually go up to $4,000. For your first conviction, you get arrested. You get a minimum fine for $1,000, a maximum fine for $2,500. You get a criminal record, and you get $300 in minimum expenses to obtain a new driver's license after your license is revoked from the original. So that means you have to pay $300 to get your license back after they take it away from you. You also get $150 for awareness meetings. So you might not even be like an alcoholic, but you still got to take meetings because you were driving drunk. The second convictions with a DWI, you get prohibited from driving for 2 years by the judge. Second, your license can be revoked for 3 years by the SAAQ. 3, minimum imprisonment for 30 days. 4, you get a criminal record. 5, you get a $300 for a new license again after being revoked, so this is the second time. 6, you use of an ignition interlock device system with a breathalyzer for 2 years following the 3-year revocation period. And if you get a criminal record, it's kind of hard to get a job if you're buzzed or drunk driving, because certain jobs you have to have a driver's license in order to get that job. Say if you're a truck driver and you know you want to get a truck driver job or whatever, and they see that on your record, they're going to just throw your application away. You're not even going to get the job. The best way to avoid the consequences is to not drive, obviously. If you have to drive, pay attention to the amount of time. Meaning, if you drink 1 beer, it's going to take about 1 hour for that alcohol to get through your system. So if you drink 7 beers, it's going to take about 7 hours to get through that system, to go through your system. So just be aware of that. And always be responsible. If you know you're going to a party and drink, always have a backup plan. Call a cab, have a designated driver, or sleep it off. And people always say that coffee takes away their drunkenness. That's actually a false statement. If you're drunk and you drink coffee, it's only going to make you a wired drunk. So that statement is false. So don't drink coffee while you're drunk. It's not going to do anything for you. Also, be a good friend. If you know a person's at your house and they've been drinking, and you ask them how they're doing, they say, "Oh, I'm buzzed, but I'm about to go home." Be a good friend. Tell them, nah, you know what I mean? Be responsible. Don't do it. You can stay here if you like, you know? You don't want that person to get in trouble and go through all those consequences. I have a family member, or I have two family members. I have one that's locked up right now, a cousin who's locked up right now for drunk driving. And he's pretty much in there for about 3 years. He got in an accident and the other person got hurt, so he's in there for 3 years. And I also have an uncle who wasn't even drunk, wasn't even buzzed. He had a driving job. He was driving trucks, and he pulled over. He went to a bar, left the bar, got out the car, started throwing up, and the police caught him. And it's on his record now. It doesn't even matter. Once you're behind the wheel, the police can obviously give you that ticket or whatever. You have to go to court for it, and he lost his job for that. So that's something to be aware of. And so always remember to drink with moderation, avoid the consequences of being drunk. Avoid the consequences of being drunk and be responsible. Most importantly, always remember that buzz driving is drunk driving. Thank you.